Here we go, folks. Get ready. This is our game of the week, a matchup everybody's been waiting for. There's tremendous energy here in the building. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 4th-ranked team, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Canes will kick this deep to begin the game. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They're going to run it. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game.
Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. It's a turnover.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Off the RPO, caught to the right. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Looking to pass here on second down. Quarterback leaves the pocket, on the move now. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Caught over the middle. It's Shabira. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. Now comes the field goal unit. And he knocks that one right through. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. The last possession, they coughed it up, but it only cost them a field goal. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up. So, second down after the incompletion. There's the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. 1st and 10 now for the offense. They'll run it from the gun. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Caught quickly. The ball is loose. It bounces past the sideline, out of bounds, and they avoid the turnover there.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more backward bounce, that ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. Quick throw, complete to the tight end. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down, we're going to throw it. The pocket breaking down. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time. Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Can he get there on the ground? Got a lane. Can he get in? And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a first and goal now.
And that's good, tough running here on this third down by the back. The defense was locked in on stopping the run, but kudos to this running back for navigating where that hole was and hitting it hard for the yards he needed.
Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, grinding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you can score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense. And, man, did they make that look easy.
And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. And the single back takes the handoff.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Play action fake, looking to throw. And it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
We'll try to run it with the option. Pitch to the back. Brought down quickly after the pitch. The defense reading that option very well.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain.
Breaks clear. End zone ahead. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big gain. The Hurricanes churn out another first down. He'll run it here. Finding space at the 20. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Well, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game with this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they scored this touchdown.
And the point after is good. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking for a deep completion. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Receiver makes the catch. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Passing efficiency is almost always higher off of play action. And you see why right here. The fake froze the defender for a second, and then the quarterback was able to zip it to the open player.
They're going to run it here. Stuck right there at the line, no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down after that previous play. Takes the handoff again. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
So it's third and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. They're going to scramble now. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. He'll hand it off. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
First and goal, handoff. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1 yard line.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back that is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Stout defense there. It's a 3-yard loss on that run.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to tack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Trying to throw for it on third and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown, Orangeman.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. Send the back in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's past the 30. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Good, tough running here by this Miami Hurricane running back. A nice job up front to be able to pave the way, to be able to come up with a Canes first down. And tell you, the way he's playing right now, all those famous alumni that Miami have, got to be watching this game and being very proud.
Pressure is coming. And the tackle is made. The defense saying, not this time. They got burned in the scramble last time. They bring him down pretty quickly here. Important second down play coming up. And he'll set up to throw. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, You better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
He's moving out of the pocket. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. He's a wide open receiver, complete. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Couldn't quite get in. Tackled down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
Coming up, second down and goal. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Off play action, he's looking to throw. He'll try a pass here. And that pass falls incomplete. So nothing on the previous play sets up a third and goal from the 1. They're going to run the option. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Wow, great stop here by this defense to bring us to fourth down and decision time for the head coach. Go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, take a chance to try to get that touchdown.
And the coach keeps the offense on the field. They're going for it on fourth and goal. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
How about that defensive front and the linebackers collapsing down on the football? You would think that the quarterback sneak is a safe call, an easy call to get the yards that you need, but not with that push by that defensive line.
Here's the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
The defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here comes the handoff. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Finding some room at the 25. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
Looking for the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. Syracuse getting set now with a first and 10. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Running out of time in the pocket. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Offense looking to throw the ball. Launching downfield. He's got a man down the middle. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a first down. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Now play number 9 on this drive. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. And the long drive continues. The offense pushing the ball down the field. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. He's running. He'll take a deep shot here. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Going the other way. Can they catch him? Across midfield. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown for the U. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return. And a pick 6. A monster play by this defense here, Kirk.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
17, 14.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. First and 10 play coming up. Quarterback drops back. He escapes the sack. On the run, he'll let it go. And the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on the throw.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Cannot escape it. Down he goes.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Syracuse will kick it off to get the second half underway. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And the Miami offense is back on the field. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And they try the middle, but stuff for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Out the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. And he pulls in the catch. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if a quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
Ball handed off. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. It's a quick grab. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. The Hurricanes come to the line to run the hurry-up. They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down.
Well, these are the type of runs that begin to wear down your defense psychologically. Already have the lead, come out with a nice big gain, and this defense is thinking, oh no, here we go again. Really nice statement here to get this second half started.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Well, this offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
Now, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Trying to run it. It's Shabira. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Will he score here? Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Pitches to the back. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Miami. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point gives them a double-digit lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Miami 24, Syracuse 14.
So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion.
Boy, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Offense getting set. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of holding.
Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Just a great job here by this linebacker to be able to come up with that sack there on the blitz. A big play for this defense. And, man, Chris, you think about the linebacker play at the University of Miami over the years, it starts with Ray Lewis, and it could end with it, to be honest, but the list just keeps going.
And here comes a deep shot. And it's intercepted. Going the other way, can they stop him? So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, this is the risk you take when you run this play. Sometimes it works, sometimes it backfires. And this time it backfires on the offense by going backwards for a tackle for a loss.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking to scramble. Using his legs here. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even the second and third option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that first down.
It's a run. Running back's got it. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's third down.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. It can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a first down. And the Canes pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground with the draw play. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job of eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
He just came flying in to lay the lumber immediately.
What a great job of timing up the blitz here by the backer. I don't know how this running back held on to the football because as soon as he got his hands on it, he got hit hard.
And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. So the offense flexing here, Kirk, and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Now that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
Now they get set to kick it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First down, they're going to throw the ball. Bought some time, now lets it go.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He's going for a big play downfield. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. And he's got some open field ahead.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost him.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
I like the call here. Third down and long. You know they're going to apply pressure. The screen game almost works, but you've got to complete the pass for your guy to have a chance to turn upfield. It's a missed opportunity there on third down and long.
After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Launching it. He pulls it in for a big gain. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. Well, this defense has played well with a letdown there. A little too comfortable with this big lead at the moment, maybe.
Yeah, and what I love to see is this offense is not giving.
Looking to make a play deep downfield. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Snags the quick throw. Finding space at the 20. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. I mean, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
The sure hands. It's Shabira. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Keeping it on the ground here. A change of direction. Sophomore brought down after a nice run.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
The Canes are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback's got it on the option. Picks up the first down and still going. They bring him down, but a simple quarterback keeper for a solid gain and a fresh set of downs.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like...
Touchdown, Hurricanes. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Automatic on the PAT. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
14.
Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Catch made on the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter. You're down big. But who knows? Make a big play. Try to get in the end zone. Maybe get an onside kick.
Off the play fake on first down. Quick throw to the left side. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field.
It's a highlight reel diving catch there. Syracuse lines up quickly.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up?
And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense. The quarterback now all alone in the backfield. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Good pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
They'll work the clock here with the running game. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Looks like the offense able to recover it there.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. Defense is coming after him. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
And there's a deep throw with the clock winding down. And the catch is made way downfield. That's a big game, but they could have used that when this football game was still in doubt. Lining up to try the extra point. And he knocks it right through. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Oh, the onside kick is recovered, and the gamble pays off.
Wow, the kicker deserves a lot of credit here. He placed the ball perfectly. All you have to do is keep the ball in bounds and then hope for a favorable bounce. Here, they got a real favorable bounce.
Final minutes here, they'll throw it deep downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Fires it to the wide out. And he's got it. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
Caught near the goal line. Brought down just short of the end zone. It'll be first and goal from the 1. And the offense will take a timeout with exactly 24 seconds remaining. So 2 big plays in the road. The defense is reeling here. Now it's first and goal. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Syracuse. That's another passing strike from his quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ballgame.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. But, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage because right now it is not working.
It looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll flip back to the QB. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. And a timeout taken now by the defense. 15 seconds to play. Now it's second down here. Testing the right side here. 0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage. So the win streak continues. Kirk, this team could have gone either way after that loss. They have regrouped and responded really well.
Yeah, I think it's important to reference that loss, Chris, from a few weeks ago, but that's now a distant memory. This team right now is firing on all cylinders, and it's going to be exciting to see how they close out the season and see if they can make a run and see if they can make it tough on the CFP.